Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Reselling Rhythms. If you're new to my channel, my name is Adam, and my channel's name is Adam's Exploits. What we do here is we discuss reselling. It's kind of a drama-free zone. I share information, tips, tricks. I typically have a guest on. Today's guest, unfortunately, had a schedule just a few hours ago, so I'm going to the backup plan. If you are a regular on my channel, you know, I say things, and I have these little phrases that I like to use, and the truthisms kind of, and over the years they've played out. One of the ones that I say is the only thing that is permanent is change. So somebody threw me a curveball, and so I'm going to try to at least get a little single, lose a little sports analogy. So I have some backup material prepared. So what I did is I put on that it's open panel. So, we had some neat people join me before when I had open panel. So that's what it is today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out again with just basics, guys, because I was kind of like scrambling for information. Hey, Crystal, you're welcome to join me if you like. I don't have a guest today, or Alexis. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go through some basics about reselling, equipment, and that type of thing. Again, guys, and I tell you, be more than welcome to be here and chat with your friends. I consider it kind of like a water cooler. If you were working in an office, you're kind of hanging out talking to your friends on your lunch break or whatever. But I'm going to do a little bit of education here, and then hopefully one or two of you might want to hop in the chat and we can just discuss reselling. So let me get started. And again, forgive me if I don't see the chat because I don't have anybody monitoring the chat. I do have the StreamYard chat open, and then I have the YouTube chat and a pop-up, so I will be checking that periodically. So basically, like I say, what I'm going to do is this is more like for beginners to start out, and then again, hopefully some of you guys will be able to join me, and we'll just have general reselling discussion, talking about your shooting picks, Wes. Okay, well, you're welcome to join me too. Just discuss general reselling and what's going on in the reselling community. The U.S. postal rates are supposed to hit. I don't have the exact date. I think it's like June. I'm talking about June. I want it to be June. It's cold here. We had snow. January, I think it's like 20th to 21st that the postal rates kick in, the new postal rates. And pretty much everything is going up other than the first class postage stamp, which obviously doesn't affect us. What we're concerned about is the shipping boxes and, envelopes and that kind of thing. So let me get into it. And again, guys, if any of you want to join me, you're more than welcome. I have like maybe 15, 20 items I wanted to show you guys. And again, it's very basic. That's the 26th. Thanks, Stephen. So that's when to kick in for USPS. And my understanding is from watching the other reselling chats and following some of the e-commerce newsletters that UPS and FedEx are also going to raise the rates. So and again, it's cost of doing business. You just have to raise your prices to cover your cost. And what I tell newer sellers too, and I have some newer sellers on my channel. I tell them, remember, when you're selling on e-commerce, you have to be concerned about shipping, and that's very difficult to learn when you're a new seller. You have to be concerned about the weight of your item, where you're going to ship it. Before, with first class postage, it was like a flat rate. It was like, okay, this thing weighs 1 pound 8 ounces, so it's $4, let's just say, for a round number. Now it's weight plus distance, so you basically have to figure out if you're shipping it to the furthest distance. So again, I'm on the East Coast. I'm right outside Philadelphia. So what I do is I put in 90210. So, the old show for some of you people that are closer to my age, the Beverly Hills zip code. So I put in 90210, and that's to the West Coast of Beverly Hills, California. So I know if I weigh something out, so let's just say it's going to cost me $5 to ship it to Beverly Hills. I know it's just $5 or less to ship it anywhere in the States. So that's one thing on shipping. So let me get a little bit to this, showing you guys these tools. Again, this is basic stuff, guys. So you're more than welcome just to chat in the chat, and then again, if any of you want to join me, I would appreciate it. And I'm just gonna say hello to a couple of people real quick. Hello, T. Thank you, Steven. Appreciate you. You do the same thing, Wes. Yeah, I just remember 90210 from watching that show. It sticks in my head. Free ship or no free ship, Mike. I try not to do free shipping. And again, I admit it to you guys all the time. 90% of what I've learned is from Casey the Rockstar Flipper. He encourages free shipping, but he does that on his clothing. So, I mean, a pair of jeans are expensive to ship. They're £1.25, £1.50. A lot of his things are like shirts and shorts or whatnot. A little frog in my throat. So it's not real expensive. So, and again, there's no such thing as free shipping. You guys all know that. You build it into the price, the cost. So if you want to sell something for $10, let's say, and it's going to cost you $5 to ship, you figure, okay, well, it's going to cost me, $5.75 to ship with fees and everything. So then you do it. Yeah, well, actually, you can overcharge for shipping too. I mean, some people they'll use like the USPS rates, and then they'll use like cubic shipping with pirate ship, and they'll save money. I know I was watching a chat earlier this week, and somebody had put like $15 for shipping on some kind of piece of electronics, and they were shipping it to Canada, and they used the pirate ship has the special export pricing shipping. So it was only $10 to ship to Canada, which I was shocked by. It was so inexpensive. But again, that's why you watch these reselling shows. And again, you get a lot of tip and tricks and people in the chat. I have a great subscriber base and great people that join me, and I appreciate it. You guys are more than welcome to share. And I learn and you learn as well. So let me get a little sip of water to get this frog out of my throat, and we'll get started. And again, guys, any of you are welcome to join me. Like I said, I had a guest scheduled, and unfortunately, she canceled a few hours ago. So I'm just kind of winging it here. And I told you guys I'm going to be here every Wednesday. I mean, if I'm in the hospital, obviously I can't be here. But other than that, I'll be here. So here I am. And again, this is basic reselling, 101. It might take 10 minutes, 15 minutes to max. So you guys are welcome to observe, but maybe you get some tips. If not, chat in the chat. And then we'll be back, and hopefully one or two of you will join us. I put the link in the chat. Thanks, Alexis. I was like, what do I wear today? This is my Halloween shirt. As a thrifter, I go to these different discount outlets, and I picked up this shirt. So anyway, let me get to the gist of the matter. Just some basic, shipping supplies. Again, this is geared more for a beginning seller, but you guys might pick up some tips. And again, anyone's welcome to join the chat. It's open panel because I had my guest cancel. So let me just get to that. I have a list of things I want to show you guys. One of the things I want to show you guys, and this is a little out of the box. And the funny thing is, this item is in the box. Actually, I have this upstairs. But it's Anchor power banks. Okay, and this is kind of cool because what you do is when you guys are out and about, and everyone has a smartphone these days. And your power runs low or whatever, you can use a power bank to charge your phone. You don't have to be in your car, plug it into your cars. Used to be called the cigarette outlet. Now it's the charging port or whatever. So again, I have 2 or 3 of those. I have one very small one. It looks like a small tube, and I have 2 of the anchors. They go on sale all the time. They're typically like $25. So what's nice about this, I can use this for my cell phone. I can use it for an iPad. I told you guys, if you watch my channel, I'm upping my YouTube game. I'm going to be doing some vlogging, and I have a camera, and I have a microphone. So what you can do is you can plug some of the items into the power bank because it has USB ports in here. So, in other words, you can have an adapter you can plug into your iPhone and then plug into the port of the power bank, and they last forever. It takes forever to charge them when you first get one. I mean, it takes forever to charge it, but they're very, very useful. So you're holding on to older Samsung removable battery. Yeah. Well, I love these, Steven. I mean, and they're like $25. I have like 3 of them. I have 2 of these, the larger power ones, and I have one small one. And whenever I go to Vegas, I always bring them. Or when and again, let's just say you're doing, and again, I'm going to get into that, guys. I'm trying to have a bookseller one. I want to do a little Amazon book scanning. So if you have a scanner and your scanner's going low, again, you can use your power bank to charge it. So it's not like oh shoot, I forgot to charge my scanner or whatever. You're not out of luck. You have your power bank, and my understanding is most of them you can plug in with the USB port, so you can plug it into the power bank and it'll charge. So let me get to that, guys. So that was the first thing I wanted to show you. This one is a no-brainer. This is bubble wrap. And again, you can get bubble wrap anywhere, guys. And again, if you do any kind of volume, you want to buy it in bulk. I just had a very small shipment to ship. If you're in a pinch, you can go to Dollar Tree, where this came from. It's a very small package. It's only 1 foot by 6 inches. So obviously, I overpaid for this. But I had a problem. I had to solve it. So I read the Dollar Tree and bought this. So that's bubble wrap. So again, guys, price it out. Compare prices with your other resellers. When you buy in bulk, obviously it's a lot cheaper. So again, you can buy it at Dollar Tree if you just need a little bit, or Walmart. If you need bulk, looking online through Amazon or eBay or some of these other shipping companies, supply companies. One of the ones I found is very reasonable. It's called the Boxery. So I'm going to mention that a little bit later, but and they're always at eBay open, and there's very competitive pricing. So okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you guys was tape guns, all various sizes and shapes. You can buy them anywhere, and of course the other tape I wanted to mention is Scotch tape. This comes in handy too for just little packages type thing, just tapping them down. This is the one I have, which is like a heavy duty one. I use this for boxes. And again, I picked this up at Sam's, but it's available at Amazon, eBay, Sam's, Staples. And again, guys, check the prices because the price can vary quite a bit. So this is just a basic tape gun. You tape your boxes. And one of the tricks, if you're new to tape guns, which again, I used tape guns when I was working retail, but there's this little tab on the top here. So if you just need a small piece of tape, you pull this tab back and it extends the cutter. So you just pull this out like this, and then you tear off the tape. So that's this pulls back, and that's how you tear off a little piece of tape. So I prefer this when I'm shipping something like on a padded flat rate envelope, as opposed to using the eBay tape. Here's the eBay tape, and I actually enjoy this little device, especially when I'm doing shipping on smaller items, not a box. I got this at Staples. They had a package where you bought this little dispenser, and it came with the tape, Scotch tape brand. I think it was moving and shipping tape. So I mean, I use this for shipping like just small packages. When I'm shipping heavy big boxes, I use the big heavy duty packing tape gun. All right, so that's the other one. And again, guys, you can buy them pretty much anywhere, but it makes it easier when you're using the small ones, when you're using envelopes and things. The other thing, okay, which we all have in our house, and you never have enough of these scissors. You never have enough scissors, guys. So I have like 5 pair throughout the house in different drawers, and in my work area, this area, and the drawer behind me. Always got to have scissors. So that's another one that we got to have. And we'll go through that. And next on my list, we talked about the tapes before with the tape guns, but you have packing tape, you have Scotch tape, which I showed you, and then I showed you that have the eBay tape. So that kind of like brands your shipping item. So that was one. Next I have is the stickers, which I always mention to you guys. And if you're missing the boat, if you don't pick these up. Again, these are about 1/2 cent. I use 2-inch tape, Michelle. Some of the sellers say use 3-inch. If you're doing a lot of shipping with heavier things, it's better to use a 3-inch tape because you can use like 1 or 2 pieces as opposed to using like 2 or 3 pieces of the 2-inch. So allegedly, and again, I've never tried it, but allegedly, if you use the 3-inch packing tape, you actually save money, and it's easier to ship that way. Again, I've never tried the 3-inch tape, so I can't really tell you. Again, I have seen videos about that. Stickers. I told you guys I have 2 different kinds. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to share the links I'm going to put about 8-10 links at the bottom of this video. Again, I was expecting a guest, so I don't have a lot of material down there. These are only 1/2 cent, 1/2 cent a piece. So I mean, some people use thank you cards, which is fine. But if I'm selling a piece of clothing that I'm selling for $8, $10, $12, 1/2 cent. This is the other item I was going to share, and I show you guys all the time these. In fact, I have more of them in my pantry. But the bread bags from Walmart I buy, these work out to like 2 cents a piece. And what I do is I package my jeans or whatever in there, and then I stick a little thank you sticker on top. And it's helped my feedback a little bit. Believe it or not, it's helped a little bit on my feedback. Okay, so they were the stickers I wanted to mention to you guys. So again, bear with me here. Shipping envelopes. We all know about shipping envelopes. If you're new to the resale game, you may or may not know that you get a shipping supplies when you have a store with eBay. Again, my understanding is on the starter store, you don't get shipping supplies, but on the basic on up, you get shipping supplies. On the basic score, you get $25 a quarter. Hey, Chris. On the basic score, you get $25 per quarter. So you saw my eBay tape. Here's some of the things that you can get. I always like padded envelopes. This is a larger one. You know, it's branded for eBay. I have this one. I have these littler ones I can use for jewelry. These littler ones, padded envelopes. I can use this for jewelry. Wrap it in bubble wrap. Stick it in here. It's safe. Then I have these really large eBay envelopes. These are almost 2 feet across. Again, you know, maybe I might ship like a small plushie or something in this. So again, these are all free from eBay. We can use with the store supplies. All right. So guys, I know see some of you are popping in the chat. I'll say hello in a minute. I just want to concentrate on getting through my little presentation. And again, any of you are more than welcome to join me because like I said my guest had to cancel today. Oh, there's Yvonne. Okay, so we have shipping supplies and boxes too, guys. Oh, and the other thing was I wanted to mention to you was with the shipping supplies, you can use USPS for the priority things. Let me try to do a screen share, and I'm not real good with these screen shares, so bear with me, guys. I'm not really used to doing them with StreamYards. I'm more used to doing with the Google Hangouts. So we'll share screen, and we will, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do my entire screen because that way it won't screw me up. We'll do that. Oh, maybe I can't do that. Let me do Chrome tabs. Okay, we'll do Chrome tabs. We'll have to go back and forth. Okay, so this one here is what I was talking about, the USPS. And again, you get padded flat rate envelopes, which is my favorite. I use this to ship jeans, padded flat rate envelope. $7.55 is my current cost. Again, told you guys, and Stephen was good enough to share with the dates of January 26th that shipping is going to go up on USPS. But this is a padded flat rate envelope. Again, this I believe is up to 50 pounds, and basically, if it seals, it ships. If it fits, it ships. So I mean, it can be you know, be like this. As long as it seals properly, you're good to go. All right, so that's one of them. And then they have the medium, large, and small shipping boxes that are based on weight and distance. They're not a flat rate. They're by weight and distance. The priority boxes. So again, you can get them one. Again, what I did is I went to USPS.com and I scrolled through. You get to the free ship. These are all the free shipping supplies. So you can see here. You know, mail express boxes, priority mail express box 1, flat rate box 1, padded flat rate envelope, which I just showed you guys I use all the time. They have a shoe box. My understanding is if you ship shoes, you might want to use pirate ship because it's less expensive. But again, I usually compare my prices between eBay and pirate ship. And again, these are all free. There's no shipping charge. So basically, you just set up an account with USPS, and then you get them shipped to your house for free. All right. So that was that. Let me see what else I have on my list here. And again, I had mentioned earlier, it's one of the hardest things for resellers to learn, new resellers, is shipping. So know the weight of your item. Make sure you weigh it, and weigh it including your shipping materials. So we might as well get right into that. Show you guys. We'll get out of the share screen for a minute here. Get out of that. Okay. Sharing the StreamYard. We will stop that. All right. Okay, so I'm back. And again, guys, this is the scale I use. I love Accutech. Again, what I'll do is I'll show you guys, but this is just a basic scale. It was about $20. It can be battery operated. It has a little battery compartment here. I don't use the batteries. I plug it in. I use the AC adapter. You can see it has an AC adapter here. I use the AC adapter. Works great. The issue is if you have a large box, you can't really see the readout. So what I recommend, and especially if you're going to do Amazon, you have the larger boxes you're shipping to Amazon. What I recommend is these other Accutechs. Let me show you guys that real fast. I'll do a share screen again. We'll do that, and then we'll do this. And okay. And let's see here. Okay, here's the one that I recommend, that I don't personally have, but that I recommend. And you guys can see here that it has the displayable external reading shipping weight device. So that's nice. And I believe this is up to 100 and some pounds. Let's see. Yeah, it's up to 110 pounds, I believe. Yep. Accutech Shipping Pro, 110 pounds. $26, guys. It's a steal. So again, if you're going to do any kind of Amazon shipping, you're going to want to have something that can handle the larger boxes, and that the display is external, because it's difficult to read when you have a large box in it. It kind of blocks the display of the weight. So again, $26, and Accutechs are beasts. They last forever. All right, so that was the Accutechs. Let me get out of that screen share from you guys. We'll stop that, and I'm back. Okay. Let's see here. Let me get this. Of course, I'm kind of jammed up here with this. Let me get a regular. My StreamYard chat's jammed up a little bit. I'll go to this chat. There is a whole button on that scale, Stephen. Yes, I find it difficult though. I've used it. If something is smaller, again, in my mind, if I was going to do anything really large, yeah, there's the whole button. Where to put it? Yeah. This is the whole button over. Well, I got my chat. I can't really see it, but this is the whole button over here. And so what you can do is when you're weighing something, you can kind of reach underneath of the box and push the whole button, and it'll lock in the weight. So you can use that in a pinch. What I'm saying is, it's easier to use the other one. It's $26. So to me, it was a no-brainer. But I was new to reselling, so I bought this, and this works for me 99% of the time. But if you want to get involved in Amazon, you're shipping larger boxes, I would suggest getting the other ones. Do you know about free eBay branded priority mail supplies you get? No, you can't get priority mail supplies from eBay, Alexis. You have to get them from the U.S. Post Office, USPS. And the thing is, the U.S. Post Office typically don't have what we use. They don't have the padded flat rate envelopes. So it's best to go and get them through USPS, and they're free. Yeah, okay. Wes is talking about cubic weight. Yeah, again, I want to eventually have somebody on from Pirate Ship. I haven't been able to arrange that, but that's something to definitely look into. And then the export shipping, and again, the export shipping is something you have to add on with Pirate Ship. It's not a part of their regular package. Okay, so that was the shipping scale. The other thing, which is always useful to resellers, and you got to be careful with this one because this one's metal, is a Scotty peeler. So what you would do is, if you had a label on a box in a bag for the export rate, right? So if you had a label on a box, you would use this to take off the label. Now, be careful with the metal one, because it can damage the box, and it can damage, if you have plastic or something, it'll scratch it. So you can use the plastic ones. I was in a hurry to get this together, so I saw my metal when I grabbed it, but I have the 3 plastic ones, and that's pretty simple. I'll show you guys. I think they're like $7. They're pretty reasonable. They're very reasonable, in fact. Let's see here. Okay. So these are the Scotty peelers, $6.50. And you can see this is the metal one, and then they have the plastic ones. Great value, takes care of all your sticky problems. Label stickers be gone. Original is safe for use on paper. And again, be careful with the metal one, guys, because this one can scratch and damage boxes. All right, so that was a Scotty peeler. The other thing, which I don't actually have here, I have it upstairs, is Gooby Gone, but you have to be careful with Gooby Gone, because Gooby Gone is kind of like oil base, so you can use that to remove a residual sticker. But again, you got to be very careful with that. I usually put that on a Q-tip or on a little bit of paper towel, and I kind of rub it, and then I wipe it off immediately. So you have to be careful with that. So, and of course, my chat is jammed up again with StreamYard. All right, let me go back to the pop out on the YouTube chat. Yeah, don't use Google on a book, right? Because it's oil-based, where you have to be careful. I mean, you can use it on something that's like plastic or glass or something, but you have, again, it's oil-based, so you have to be careful with that. Another no-brainer, which we all have. I got these on Amazon when they were running like a flash sale or whatever the sale they call the quick sales they run. I paid like $1.50 for this, and I got like 4 of them. You can even use them in your pictures for eBay. You have something you want to show the size. I like it because a lot of times when I'm buying jewelry to resell, it's hard for me to tell the size of the jewelry. So what you can do is you can use this, or you can use a tape measure, which is the other thing you really need, a tape measure. So you can use that in your description, the pictures. Obviously include the sizes, but you can show the ruler or the tape measure showing the dimensions of the item that you're selling. So that comes in handful. So again, the ruler. So again, this guys, it's just basic stuff again because Yvonne wasn't able to do the show today. And what else? Oh, always need a box cutter or some kind of knife. You can use scissors. I see people using scissors all the time. It's difficult when you use scissors. Sandy Lane, you can jump in. Craig, okay. So you always use box cutters or whatever knife, and always cut away from you guys. Never cut towards you with a knife because we don't want you to get to the emergency room. Hey, Joy, let me send. That's basically was my presentation. So I'm going to send the link to Mr. Craig, and he will join us, and we can just do a little general reselling chat for a minute or two. We're doing good. We're about a half an hour. Let me send him the link, and he'll be joining us very shortly. Got to get that. Bear with us, and Mr. Craig will be with us shortly. Okay. Getting a little parched here from talking so much. What the heck? All right, let's see. All right, Craig, I sent it. Okay, so Craig will be joining us shortly. Let me just get a little sip of water, guys, and I'll go to the YouTube chat because my StreamYard chat is hung up for some reason. I'll say hello to some of you people that popped in, and we'll have Craig pop into the chat. Let's go to my YouTube pop out chat. I said hello to Joy. Who else has joined us? I think Danny joined us. Michelle, thank you for being here and moderating. I appreciate you. There's Mr. Craig. Can you hear us, sir?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine.
Loud and clear.
Looking sharp there, but you got Michigan colors on.
It's a little too bright for Michigan, but yeah, pretty close.
Okay.
I've been here. Listen, I was uploading the video and had to do my thumbnail.
Right.
I'm waiting the last minute with those.
Yeah. Why don't you tell the people you're going to doing a premiere after this?
Yes. I don't want to take over your show, but
and believe me, I have that conversation all the time, and I really appreciate it because that's how I feel. If I'm friends with somebody, I don't want to step on their toes, so I appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know if anybody's watched my welcome update for this year. Just a quick intro to my channel and stuff like that. I've committed to put out videos Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at minimum. So today's video, I'm gonna try the premiere style that people are doing. Seems like that helps people out, and people like that. So my video is uploading right now. Hopefully it'll be processed, and then I'm gonna premiere that at 3:00. So, which is another 29 minutes. So if you're looking for that, it's cool. Gonna talk about a brand that I've had really good luck with.
Are you gonna have a bolo in there?
Yeah, people probably know it, but I've got some examples and actually product in hand. So not give too much of it away.
Right. Let me just say hello to a couple people that popped in the chat and have a chance to say hello. Gianna, thank you. Yes, PGH's Picks is in Pittsburgh. PGH is for Pittsburgh.
Yes.
Known him for a long time on YouTube. Good man. So hopefully one of these days we'll have a meetup somewhere like northern New Jersey or some central Pennsylvania or something, and we can get together. You got to know. Oh, that reminds me too, guys. Before I forget, I should have written this down. I'm assuming that probably 90% of you guys follow Craigslist Hunter.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Are you familiar with what's going on? Or you had the auction for the metals for that gentleman, and let me just pull that up.
And so the buyer didn't pay. A lot of people.
Exactly. The buyer didn't pay, and hopefully I muted my chat so I won't get feedback when I open up my page. Yeah, I put it in the description. I just wanted to get the information, so I couldn't know it. And muted, be muted. There you go. All right, so it was. I have the video in there in my description below. It was Kevin Kearns. It was the gentleman's name. Basically, he's homeless. He's living out of a van. He came into Pete Craigslist Hunter's store and wanted to sell his, I think it was his great grandfather's medals, war medals from England. And Pete felt terrible. You know, he said, "There's a lot of money in this. You sure you want to sell this? You know, it's your great grandfather's. It's, you know, you want to pass it along to another family member." So anyway, so Pete put it up for auction on eBay, and unfortunately, when you're a big YouTube store like that, people bid it up and had no intention of paying.
Right.
So he was over $13,000. Last I checked, he created a GoFundMe, which I also have the link in the description, and I believe he was over $10,000 already.
Yeah, it was either 10 or 12,000. It's gotten up pretty high.
Yes.
A lot of people have talked about it. It's an odd situation because in this day and age, and now I almost said 2019 and 2020, I'm having a hard time with the whole rolling over.
Yeah, rolling in a new year.
It's hard to believe that you buy something or commit when you place a bid or you make an offer. In my opinion, you're making a legal binding, not contract, but you're in a legal binding agreement that you're buying that item.
I agree.
And at that point, as soon as that goes in, as soon as it's accepted, whether it's a bid, if you're the winning bidder, your money should be taken immediately.
It should be a buy it now.
Right, exactly.
You shouldn't have to wait to get paid.
I'm surprised that they don't.
Eddie. Yeah. Campaign not found. What for the? I checked that link. It worked. Let me check it real fast. We go back. If not, what I'll do, I'll re-enter it. Guys, if you can't use it, I did click on it though. You know what might have happened? I had it in the link for the show with Yvonne, and I copied and pasted it. And I was running behind schedule, so let me just click on it. If it doesn't work, I'll re-enter it. So sometimes it's weird. I mean, when I do Casey's chats and I enter links, I mean, I'll check them, they work, and I'll copy and paste them, and they don't work. So I appreciate that. I had checked it with Yvonne's description, but then again, when she just wasn't able to do the show, I had copied and pasted. So let me just click to see if it'll work. And
yeah, a lot of people have contributed to it. Hopefully it'll.
Yeah.
It hadn't ended yet, has it?
I don't believe so. Campaign not found. Well, thank you. All right, let me try this again.
Hey, Donatello, how are you? Good to see you.
Yeah, I don't know why sometimes when you copy and paste it doesn't work. I don't know why.
Sometimes if it's from a description and it's the actual text, you're copying the actual text, it may not be complete. You know, sometimes it'll put the ... at the end when it's showing the text.
I copied it from the okay, guys, I'll read it to you and I'll re-put it back in the description. Obviously, it's, you know, your computer will add this to www, but it's GoFundMe, GoFundMe.com, and it's / and it's small letter F / again, and there's Kevin, KEVIN - Kearns, KEARNS. I'm going to copy it and I'm going to put it into the chat. I don't know why it didn't work when I copied and pasted it, but it did not.
Huh.
So let me put it right into the chat. I have my chat open here.
It's amazing what everybody's done for that situation.
Yeah,
for sure.
It is.
That's a lot of money.
All right, and I appreciate it. I'm sorry whoever told me about that didn't work. I will re-enter it in the description again, and I'll click on it to make sure it worked. That's the GoFundMe, and it worked for me, so should work for you guys.
Yeah, I've got a house payment that's due this month. Can I start up a? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't mean to belittle that situation. It's a very
and again, do it again, guys. I'm telling you, please don't feel obligated. And there's some people want to help, some people can't help. If you follow my channel, I have to buy a new used car. I just hit 172,000 miles on my 2005 to get a 2005 15-year-old Honda Pilot.
Wow. So, Pilot took 2005. That's right outside that. I had 03 and 04 Odyssey. Honda's got great products, but 03 and 04.
Again, I'm a dummy. I screwed things up. I messed up the transmission, so that's been rebuilt.
Well, transmission. That's what I was about to talk about. I had an 03 and an 04 Odyssey, which the 03 and the 04 and the Odyssey line that were V6s, transmission problems out the.
Yeah, I think that could be a problem. Again, it was my fault. I screwed up the transmission because it had the overdrive and I screwed. Excuse me, it had the 4-wheel drive and the overdrive and I screwed it up. So that's been rebuilt. And I had the the timing belt replaced, which is very important.
That's something you got to do over time anyway. My 03, we bought brand new in it was in 03 that we bought it. It ended up at 60-something thousand miles, the transmission poof.
60. Wow.
And that at that point, I
had like a 50,000 warranty, right? They didn't have the 100,000, right?
It was either right over. It was like 62 if the warranty ran out at 60, or it was 65 if it was it was like 1,500 miles out of warranty. But at 60-something thousand miles, I shouldn't even had to done transmission service.
Well, I'm sure you've seen if you follow any kind of the current events, almost every single one of their airbags has been recalled. This company that makes airbags for like 99% of the Japanese cars, they're all being recalled.
Right.
Mine was recalled for airbags.
Michelle, I have to laugh at that. She says the repo company fixed my broken car issues.
Oh, Michelle.
I hate to laugh at that, but that is funny.
Michelle, I would have shared that, but my StreamYard chat is funky. I can't even get into it. It's jammed up, so I'm using the YouTube chat.
I think I'm gonna give up on cars. I think I'm gonna just buy a dang 10-speed bicycle. We've got an 07 Avalon that's starting to run a little rough, but it's got 150,000 miles. My 01 F-150 had 170,000 miles and the engine locked up on it.
Right, you were telling me because you and I were in chat, and you told me that I forget, you were on the show, you were in the chat or something, and you said that you got a call from the mechanic.
Yeah. It may have been this last week.
I'm probably going to buy an old F-150 because my plans are when I move down to Delaware, I might do a little bit of buying from auctions, and I want to try to have my Honda, the Pilot, as my main car. And if I'm just sourcing or going grocery shopping, but if I'm doing any kind of going to auctions or stuff, I'm going to try to get a decent interior too, so I don't want to mess up the interior. So I'll probably eventually buying a used F-150, a small one, not the monster ones that they have. Just transport stuff. If I want to go to a wholesaler, if I want to go to a liquidation company, I can just go directly and pick it up as opposed to paying for shipping. There are some in the Philadelphia area, so. So
I have not had luck with used vehicles. The Honda that I was talking about earlier, the 03, we bought that one brand new, and I got timing belt blew on it, or timing chain, whichever one it had, blew on it right at 100,000 miles.
Wow, Donatello has 270,000 miles on her Yukon. Holy cow. Before you need a new transmission, so you even have more than that, so you probably have close to 300,000. Holy cow. That's incredible for a domestic car.
Yeah. Wow. I see a lot of Yukons out there that have high mileage on them, and they still command a good price. It's just like a Honda,
Right. Well, my friend that called me right before I was ready to go live, somebody's calling you now. My friend that just called me before we went live, he wants to grab a bite to eat. We get together about every couple of weeks from my previous job. He has a Honda Accord, and he has the what do they call it? The one that has the converts the gas and electric. So he does phenomenal with it. The hybrid. He has the Honda Civic. It was a Honda Civic. They don't make the Civic anymore. They make the Honda Accord hybrid. So he has that, and he loves it. Beautiful car, super quick. And what I was surprised by, you would think he would get better mileage on the freeway or the highway than the city, but it's reversed. when he's driving around the city, it uses the stored up, I guess, battery power that somehow it generates battery power from driving. Somehow it absorbs that energy. I don't know how it does it, but it does. And then you use that when you're driving in the city. But when you're on the freeway or the highway, you're using the gas engine. So he actually gets better mileage in the city. Like he said, he ran to the grocery store and it said he would have gotten like 90 miles to the gallon. And he only paid, I think, like $7,000 or $8,000 more than what a regular Honda Accord would be. So that's cool. So you've been without a vehicle for a long time. Yeah, it's where I am. You kind of there's really terrible public transportation. The one good thing now is we do have Lyft and Uber in this area because the cabs are super expensive. I felt bad for the people that lived in the city. If they didn't have, well, at least the city has some public transportation, but if you're like in the suburbs around here, there's terrible public transportation. So basically you got to walk like, 3/4 of a mile to get to public transportation and then, take a bus or take a cab, and the cabs are super expensive. But now we do have Lyft and Uber in the area, which makes things, better. Yeah, it is super hard to be without a car, Michelle. I hear you. But yeah, so I told you guys I'm trying to improve my YouTube and everything, and I kind of have a goal of probably the April, because I'm going to this convention. It's about YouTube and creating videos and whatnot, and it's in Albany, New York. And no way I'm taking this thing for I think it's like a 7 or 8 hour drive for me. There's no way I'm taking this a 7 or 8 hour drive up to New York. So I'm gonna have to get something prior to that. I mean, I could rent something, but I figure I might as well put the money that I'm going to spend to rent a car for 4 days, put it into the new used car.
Yep, that'll be cool. And you said that with Albany? Isn't that where you said it was?
It's in Albany, New York. Yes,
that's what I thought you'd said.
I always forget the gentleman's name, but he's friends with Wade Ventures. He's been on Wade Ventures' show. In fact, he popped on my chat once, but he created it. And if you watch a lot of these video creator shows, Nick Nimmin is going to be there. And Nick is huge. Two of my favorite are Nick Nimmin and Stephen Cannell. But Steven's in Vegas. In fact, he's at CES now. He's doing a meetup this afternoon at 3 p.m. Obviously, it'll be Pacific time. But I love his content, and his channel is called Think Media. So if any of you guys do YouTube, if you want to check out Think Media on YouTube, it does great stuff. And so anyway, they're going to have about 6 different speakers. Nick's going to be there. His brother D does smartphone video creation. He does all smartphones, Android and iPhones. He more than likely will be there. He's not a paid speaker, but those guys live in Thailand. So I guess they were born in around New York. So he's coming over and he's going to be in the States. So he may be there. They have 4 other speakers. I know 3 of the other 4 speakers. So they have a really good panel, and it was reasonable. I mean, I got like the Friday, the Black Friday deal. Right. So I got my ticket half priced. And yeah, I just got to drive up there and the lodging. They're having it at a Holiday Inn Express, so you get breakfast with Holiday Inn Express. So that's where I'll be. So hopefully I'll learn something, and I enjoy doing it. It's stressful with like what happened today. I mean, Yvonne is a lovely lady. I've met her before, and very knowledgeable about reselling, but something came up and she couldn't do the show today. So it's like I'm posting all the links in the various Facebook groups, and I get a message that she can't do it. It's like, what do I do now? What am I going to talk about? And I actually scheduled her out further than I typically do. It was basically a week. I was scheduled her a week ago. So I guess something came up that she was mandatory. She couldn't get out of. So
it's always tough when you start out with a topic and kind of in your mind. I don't script a lot of things, but in my mind I kind of play it over. Hey, what I want to talk about, stuff like that, and then something like that comes up. You're like, okay, I got to switch gears, and it kind of throws a wrench in your plan. You got to regroup.
Well, I do like notes and like bullet points of things, and I was rewatching some of her videos to refamiliarize myself with what platform she sells on. Because I do watch her stuff, and at one point she had a reselling panel. There were 4 different resellers on it, and that was a great show.
Yeah, I think I remember that one. But
they only did like 6 shows. So and then I went back, and she had an old show from 3 years ago where she interviewed like the ladies of reselling, like the spouses and stuff. She had Casey the Rockstar Flipper's mom on, Daphne.
Wow.
She had Karin, Prof Sales' wife, and she had I always forget, not Jennifer. I'm having a brain freeze, but she had one other person. I'll think of it.
I was watching.
Pardon me.
I was watching Anthony and Nate's show the other day, and they had their wives on, which is
right.
I know they're not really involved. They're not heavily involved in their business, but it was neat to listen to them talk and, kind of get into some of the things that they see from the non-business facing, YouTube facing side of the family,
I actually think I put it on my phone because I know I was going to forget. Oh, Yvonne. Yvonne had Karin, Gretchen, and Daphne. Gretchen is what's the reseller from up in the Cape Cod?
Ronnie
Hart. Yeah,
he's gotten back to doing videos.
Oh, has he been doing videos?
He's done a couple of he's not doing one every day, but he's done a couple of the last couple of weeks. He picks up some. He's a big clothing seller. And it's done very well.
He gets great stuff too. I mean, he's extremely knowledgeable.
He's knowledgeable, but look at the area that he has available.
That's what I'm saying. He has access to that. That's like some of these people that live up in the Great Northwest. They're near the Nike outlets and some of these other places that produce these high end fashion. They're able to get it. I go in my Goodwill. I find all like Walmart, Penny's, Sears brands. It's like I don't know women's fashion. There might be a few gems in there, but I don't know them. So like I said, I want to try to get more to hard goods. I was buying the jewelry. I'm trying to learn, and I want to get into some of the hard goods, the VCRs and the DVD VCR players and, the old school, the Sony Walkmans and that type of stuff. Get involved in that. But, yeah. So anyway, I hope to reschedule Yvonne, hopefully next week, if not, in the future. She does eBay, Poshmark, and Etsy. Again, she's been doing it for a long time. I met her in the at eBay Open 2 years ago. She was actually rooming with Lindsay Glenn. For a lot of you guys probably follow Lindsay Glenn. You found Faded Glory?
Faded Glory. I think.
You remember? So I forget whose chat it was. They used to always bring up Faded Glory and say what a great brand it was. Everybody knew it was a terrible brand, but and then somebody got like the screen name Faded Glory. So I make a fortune selling Faded Glory, and everybody's like, "No, you don't. You can't give away Faded Glory."
That's funny. Our Walmart. I think that's just a Walmart brand, but they've kind of upgraded to George now as the
right,
at least down here.
Well, then Target has changed some of the brands too. What was it, the Massimo? Or I don't know how you pronounce
Massimo
it.
Used to be. I don't know if it's
they don't have that anymore. That's I guess that's collectible.
Really?
Yeah, they stopped producing that. They changed the names on the brands.
I didn't know that.
But yeah, you'll go in some of these stores and if you're not a clothing seller, I had to go to Kohl's. I showed a couple shows ago. I don't know if you saw it when I bought that. It's over here somewhere. I bought that razor package, the battery razor with the trimmer, and that was at Kohl's. And I never go to Kohl's. So I go to Kohl's and I'm walking through and I'm seeing all these brands that I see on eBay, like Apartment 9, APT 9, and all these Kohl's brands. But it's funny, man. That's what I see on my Goodwill. I see these Kohl's, Target, Penny's, Sears.
We've only got one Goodwill proper, I guess. We've got a lot of thrift stores, but we've only got one Goodwill proper, and they tend to get a lot of. They've got a GameStop that's right there within like half a mile.
Okay.
Some GameStop overstock stuff, but they also get a lot of Target returns and Target overstocks. They just leave the prices on them that they're from Target. Right. They don't even take them off.
Okay. Well, that was the other tip, and I the people share again. I love having guests on. I love having people in the chat sharing. Somebody said that GameStop will actually resurface your games for you, your discs for you, and it's supposed to be a couple $.
That's not bad. That
if you're doing high volume, you buy the disc cleaner, but
JFJ Easy Pro. I saw one listed.
That's the one that Casey uses, but apparently there's ones that are even bigger and better. But
and that one's not. It's a couple $100.
Yes.
I just get to the point where I don't buy video games that they're terribly scratched up. I'm not going to get in here and spend. Number one, you got to figure the machine out. It's not just to drop it in and be done.
Right. And then they have like 3 different sanding levels, like 3 different materials you use, and
different types of. lotion, cream, whatever
exactly,
the heck it is.
cream and right disc, and it's like
Yeah, just not worth it. Especially
again, if I scan something and I thought it was valuable, again, I'm not doing high volume. You know, I would just go to GameStop, but they're closing all these GameStops up.
Yeah,
I just saw online where they're closing half of the Pier 1 stores in the country.
I think I saw somebody posting that too.
That's insane.
Yeah,
I mean, my former co-host loved Pier 1. In fact, I gave her a gift card for Christmas to Pier 1.
Huh.
But they're closing half their stores.
Yep.
And we know what happened with Kmart and what's happening with Sears and Forever 21 and all these other chains are just, it's a sin.
There's a pattern there in retail.
Yes.
Hey, Alex, Fat Man the Flipper. Good to see you, man. Hadn't seen you in a while.
Yeah, but it's crazy what's going on with the you know, the brick and mortar stores. It's insane. So now I guess we have to see what's going on with the gasoline prices. I guess I saw one of my Facebook posts. Get gasoline.
Oh yeah, I have not been out. My daughter filled up yesterday morning in the car, so we'll have to wait and see. I don't know how prices are where you are, Adam, with gas. I think we're in the 250, 230, 240 range, give or take.
We are. We're in the middle of the road. We used to be one of the cheapest states in New Jersey, and then they raised the gas tax. It was the last year or the year before. Well, no, actually, because again, we're 2020, so it was 2 years or 3 years ago they raised the price. I'm like you. I keep forgetting we're in a new year. Yeah, we're around. We were around 240ish.
Okay.
So again, I'm sure it'll go up.
The most expensive I know California's historically expensive, but I made a trip over to the Netherlands, golly. This was 22-ish years ago. And being that close to Germany, we got a rental car and it was like a BMW, which was nice. But, you know, they're dirt cheap over there because they're so close to Germany. And but I went to turn it in at the rental place at the airport. And the guy said, I can't afford to put gas in this thing. He said, yeah, that's a problem. That's why you see so many people on bicycles. To fill up that tank, and I don't remember what size it was. It was a 10 or 12 gallon tank in that car. It cost me the equivalent of about $65 US.
Holy cow.
I was like, it was crazy.
What are they selling by? What's the weight measure they use there?
I don't remember.
Kilos, 2.2 pounds, so they won't be going kilos.
It was met.
Liters? I'm thinking liters probably they use.
It was probably liters, I think.
Yeah. And then you got to do conversion in your head, but it doesn't matter because the price is the price, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And it may have been more than that. It was more than $60. It was just, I was like, I mean, I didn't have to pay for it. It was all expense through my business. It was a business trip. But
right.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's something to look at, guys. And again, I'll give you another, like a bonus tip, Gas Buddy, the app for your phone, Gas Buddy. Helps you find discounted gas in your area. You put in where you are, or let the app use your GPS on your phone, and then you can check for gas stations in your area and try to get the least expensive gas.
I installed that when it first came out. I have not used it recently. They had some kind of not promotion, some kind of point system. They had some rewards type system to it, if I remember right.
Yeah, I didn't sign up for that. I mean, I have so many apps, I probably won't be able to find it.
That's right.
But yeah, I must have 100. I'm crazy. I must have 100 apps on my phone.
It's a computer. You need as much on it as you can get.
Well, yeah, and then I got more memory on it.
Yeah.
You know, Casey got was the 11 or whatever, and he got 256 gigabytes. Like, holy cow, Casey!
But he does a lot of filming from his phone.
Yeah, he said he's been doing a lot of filming with his phone.
That
has the 3 lenses now on it, the new one.
I think I'm giving up on trying anything GoPro. I get so much better quality. I've got an 8 Plus iPhone, and the quality on it.
The 8 Plus. Okay.
I've even given up on doing things from my laptop. And this is a almost $3,000 MacBook Pro, and the camera on this $800, $900 phone is better than the one on the MacBook.
And I tell people, again, you know, talking about YouTube, I say, try not to use the webcam with your computer. But typically Macs have slightly better webcams too.
Right. Well, like looking right here, it's not bad.
No, it's not.
It's far from being grainy and all that, but
no. If you used a PC laptop, it'd be god awful.
Yeah.
The webcams on them are terrible. This is just the Logitech C920. What I did, I told people in the chat if they follow, I'm actually plugged in now with the hardwire with the HDMI. Because I was having problems with the signal dropping. So I actually followed it, and of course I forgot to turn on my light. Well, this camera I have a softbox, but last time I turned it on, it didn't really make much of a difference. But yes, I'm plugged in now I'm hardwired to the internet, so that makes a difference. And again, I'm getting all these different things from my camera. So when I go vlogging, and I'll definitely go vlogging when I go up to Albany. I got the microphone. I showed you guys I have the switch pod, which is the handle thing you use. It's either a tripod or to hold it for vlogging. I ordered the battery converter thing, basically, so you can make it AC powered.
Oh yeah.
So, and then I have the device that you plug into your computer that allows you to stream from your camera. And then the other two issues, you never knew this, but until you get into it. It's called clean HDMI signal. So what happens is with some cameras, when you plug them into your computer, it shows the display screen as opposed to what it's video or taking pictures of. So it actually has the ramifications, all the numbers and everything on the phone, on the camera, and it actually has the focus box. So you can't broadcast that.
Right.
So there's a software that you have to buy that basically defaults that. Now with the Canon that I have, you could turn off autofocus, and it will take that box out. But I mean, that kind of defeats the purpose of buying a camera with good autofocus. Now, again, they say if you're doing a talking head video, which is basically what I'm doing here. I mean, I was reaching down and grabbing things out of a box, but if you're just going to sit here and talk, then you really don't. You can have the autofocus turned off. Huh. But I noticed like you moved and I moved, and the camera, refocused. Right. But yeah, so that wasn't too expensive. But then if you want to get a decent lens, that's a lot of money. The lens is almost as much as the camera.
Oh, definitely.
So I did some research. So it came with a kit lens. Like, oh, I can use that for streaming. Everybody thought this is. No, you can't. You have to move that. Like you're gonna have to move that like 15 feet away from you, 10 feet away from you. It's like, oh no. So I tried to snipe a lens on eBay a couple nights ago, and I wasn't successful.
Yeah. Man, I hate to run. I started this premiere at 3:00. I don't want to.
No, you're right. I'm going to end it anyway. I appreciate it. I'm going to wrap things up. I appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, if everybody doesn't mind, once we get done here, I'm about to head over to my channel. I've got the premiere that's about to start up. Talk about a great brand to buy in 2020.
Yes, Landshark Picker.
Yes.
So again, I'll be wrapping things up. I'll be 2-3 minutes, and you'll be able to start. All right, sir. Appreciate it. I
appreciate it, Adam. I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, take care. Thanks. All right, guys. So Mr. Craig is leaving us. Let me just check the chat, see if there are any questions I missed. Appreciate you guys keeping each other entertained. Let me just expand this chat because I told you my StreamYard chat jammed up. I don't know why it does that, but it does sometimes. So I know I missed a few of you. I know Chris was here. Dana, I don't know if I said hello to you. PGH Picks, we did mention you. Thank you for joining us. Bubba, Mr. Sadie. Anthony is here, Pittsburgh. Steven, we've been talking. Simply Dana. Jennifer Hayes. Hello. Okay, guys. Anamora. I want to sing when I say hello to Anamora. So, guys, that was basically it, guys. So, like I said to you before, the only thing that is permanent is change. So, I had to adapt. I had to come up with a plan B. So, that's why I did the showing you guys some of the supplies that a reseller uses. Again, it was more basic information. But, again, what I like to do with my show is kind of have, like, in the chat, be like a friendly place where other resellers can gather and, bring up questions to me or my guests. They can chat amongst each other and share information. So that's what I'm here about. I'm here to, have so-called friends and then share information and educate everybody. We all learn and we all share information, and it's a great opportunity. So again, I appreciate you all being here. Again, I'll do the typical new YouTube close. If you're new to my channel and you enjoy reselling or you do reselling, please like, subscribe, share, and comment the video. And make sure you click on the bell so you get notifications when I go live. And again, my show typically is on every Wednesday, 3 p.m. Eastern time. It's called Reselling Rhythms. So we're right about an hour, guys. I appreciate you all for being here. If you have friends that are in reselling and aren't subscribed to my channel, I appreciate you sharing it. and go over and watch Craig Land Shark Pickers premiere. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.